we are not the church we were 15 years ago, or 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago. Because the skills that we learned from the center are skills that have been carried forward by the community. This is one of my favorite recent stories. I was away on sabbatical in 2008. We had an interim pastor who said to our consistory, our board, you really need, you're drifting a little. You need to refocus on your mission. He said, but you'll want to wait until the pastor comes back. And I said, refocus on the mission. That sounds good. But why do we need to wait until the pastor? And so a group of people engaged together. We've gone back, and you may hear these words again if you engage with the center's material. We've gone back and identified 2 key result areas, and we're working to train some people to do some additional ministries in the church. So I come to you as someone who has been through the process with a real live congregation and who has learned about being faithful and fruitful for God's work. And it's very exciting for me to be a part of who you are and the beginning steps of your journey. More personally, I'm a mom. I have 2 kids who are kind of adultish. I have a 22-year-old and a 16-year-old. I am married to a man who has a very fascinating hobby. His hobby is studying ancient Middle Eastern civilizations. So we have books around our house like The Everyday Life of Mesopotamia. But it's very helpful when we're studying the Old Testament, so it's good to keep them around. My avocation is poetry. My sabbatical, I studied and wrote poetry, so I have some other interests around. But I'm just very excited to be with you. I do speak a little Presbyterian. You may need to help me a little. I did my Master's of Divinity and a Master of Theology at Princeton Theological Seminary, so I got a little taste of the language, but you may need to help me along the road. And I am what I have said to folks out at the center. I'm a face-to-face girl for you all. I don't do a lot of. Ray said at one point, "I'd like to Skype with you," and I said, I am. Relationship is important, I think, and so for me to be able to be local enough to you, to be able to have a phone conversation or even meet together, or to be with some of the folks in your communities, you have somebody on the ground here who has walked this journey before, and so it's really exciting for me and for my congregation. I would say they are very supportive of this work, to be able to walk with you as you begin this journey together. So that's who I am, and I love these